Apple iPhone 15 Pro Max, I'm going to do a screen replacement on this device and it will look like new again. So this is the new screen that I'm going to install on this iPhone 15 Pro Max, and this one came directly from Apple. I used the Apple self-service repair in order to do this screen replacement. So by doing this, you're going to pay a little bit more for the screen and all the components, but you're not going to have any issues with replacing the screen on your device. In order to do a screen replacement on this iPhone 15 Pro Max, I will need to remove the screen. The first step is to remove the screws at the bottom of the device. So in order to start, I'm going to hit the front of the device using my heat gun at the highest setting. So the next step is to use a suction cup in order to pull the screen of the device slightly to create an opening between the screen and the frame of the device. As you can see, I have an opening already, so this is good. I'm just going to insert a guitar pick and continue. The guitar pick is inside. Then now I'm going to move the guitar pick on all four corners of this device, and you can see it says the device has overheated. This means that the device is at a good temperature in order to proceed. So this is why I let the device on while hitting the screen so that I can see this notification. I'm going to hit the screen of the device again in order to help me remove the screen more easily. You can see after I hit the screen, I am able to move a little bit faster and it is a lot easier to remove the screen. So with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, you have the cable for the screen on the left side of the device, and on the right side you do not have anything. So with this one, since the screen is broken, I can simply pull with force and remove the screen. So the first thing I'm going to do is to turn the device off. The screen is no longer responding. That's not an issue. Let's proceed. I'm going to remove all the screws in order to have access to the screen flex cable. And also you need to have access to this flex cable in order to remove it. So I have removed all the screws. I can simply lift this returning plate. While doing that, make sure that you do not pull it this way in order to avoid damaging this flex cable. So at this point, I'm going to disconnect the battery cable and then remove the flex cable for the screen and the proximity sensor at the top. Battery flex cable is this one. The device should be off. It is off. So it's time to remove the screen flex cable and then the proximity sensor flex cable. All those removed, I can remove the screen completely out of the device. Here's the screen for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Since I bought everything from Apple, here is something that you're going to get, all the screws necessary for the replacement. They gave you everything in order for you to complete the screen replacement or whatever repair that you're going to do on your iPhone. I can use the new screws that they provided, or I can simply use the one that I removed. Compare the new screen to the old one. You can see it is the same. You do not have to transfer anything. Do not do any extra work. You simply need the new screen to be installed on the device and you should be done. So before I proceed, I'm going to remove all the double-sided tape that is on the inside of the device, or all the small plastic that are still inside. You need to remove all those before you continue with this repair. So I was curious to see what Apple call scraper tool, which is going to be the tool needed to remove the double-sided tape on the inside of your iPhone. So this is the tool that Apple says should help you to remove all the double-sided tape on the inside of your device. You do not really need this. I just wanted to have this, and I was curious to see what kind of tools they are providing in order to remove the double-sided tape. So the tool seems to be working really well in the removal of the double-sided tape or all these small stuff still inside the device. And I can use the same tool for any other iPhone or any other device. Like I said, this is not necessary. Usually I will use my green scalpel in order to remove all the double-sided tape. So this is what you need to do. Scrap all the double-sided tape, remove everything before you proceed. While you're pulling all the double-sided tape still inside the device, make sure that you do not touch the battery. If you puncture the battery, you risk to create fire and completely damage your device. I used to do it with this one, a flat metal tool, and it is very easy. You simply need to align it like this and push all the double-sided tape. The tip of the tool that Apple provided is very small, and it will take you more retry in order to remove the double-sided tape, as opposed to this one, which is flat and big. So I removed all the double-sided tape inside this iPhone 15 Pro Max. Using Apple's tool, it was a little bit easier with their tool, especially at the top where you have a lot of component. You need a more smaller tool in order to go in and remove the double-sided tape. Apart from that, I can use my tool in order to remove the double-sided tape on all other areas of the device. So once you're done, gently tap the device for everything, all the small pieces of dust, double-sided tape to fall on the table. Before installation, make sure that you remove this plastic inside the screen. Align the flex cable with the motherboard. Connect the flex cable for the screen first, and then you should connect the one for the proximity sensor at the top. The next step is to connect the battery cable. The battery cable has been connected. It is time to turn the device on and test everything to make sure that it is working properly. As usual, it doesn't turn on. You need a cable in order to put power on the device so that it will turn on. The device will turn on by itself. The new screen, brand new original screen from Apple. As you can see, I do not have any notification. I talked too fast. Important display message. Enable to determine if your display is a genuine Apple part. So this should not happen because the display is from Apple and I use Apple self-repair service in order to get all this part. So I should not have any of these issues. So before I continue, I'm going to try to figure out why I'm getting these issues. Self-service repair store. So this is something that I need to do after. So you're going to have the notification for non-genuine part, regardless of the provenance of the part, until you go to the selfservicerepair.com/support and ask them to do something in order to avoid having those issues. So they are going to input all the serial numbers for the screen and the battery in order for your device to see that everything is good and Apple has approved you to replace your stuff. So I'm going to continue the repair and complete everything. Everything is working properly. I'm just going to disconnect all these, do the next step, which is the installation of the double-sided tape. So here is the double-sided tape that I got from the self-service repair. This one is a genuine double-sided tape from Apple, and it should act the same as the one that was inside the device. So this is the correct orientation for the installation of the double-sided tape. You need to remove the plastic protecting the double-sided tape first. So after that, make sure that you do not touch the double-sided tape. Then you need to align the double-sided tape inside the device. For the alignment, start with the top of the device and then go through the bottom. Still make sure that you do not touch the double-sided tape for it to be very efficient. So if you do not place the double-sided tape right in the first place, you're going to waste the double-sided tape. So this one is no longer good. So I'm just gonna remove it. Fortunately, if you buy everything from Apple, the double-sided tape come in pairs. So I have another one. So here is the double-sided tape perfectly aligned and inside the frame of the device. So next is going to be applying pressure on the double-sided tape for it to stick on the inside of the device. I'm going to use my green scalpel plastic side and then apply pressure on the double-sided tape just like this. Make sure that you apply pressure, because if you try to remove the plastic and the pressure is not right on the double-sided tape, you will waste this one also. I believe the double-sided tape is ready, so I'm just going to remove it now. I still have one plastic protecting the tape also. So before I do anything, I'm gonna install everything on the device, and then at the last step, remove the plastic that is on top of the double-sided tape right now. So do the installation of the screen flex cable and the proximity sensor flex cable. So after this, it is time to install the retaining plate. So you can see here the layout for all the screws that you need to use. So as it is, all the screws have been installed. The retaining plate is back on the device. So next step is to remove the plastic protecting the double-sided tape. Just like this. Second one. Then the third and last one. Everything is out. So next step is to simply close the device. Align the top of the device with the frame. Apply pressure. Align the bottom. Apply pressure. Then continue to apply pressure. You will hear some clicks. So after this, I can turn the device on again. iPhone 15 Pro Max, new screen, new battery, but I still need to deal with all these stuff. Non-genuine part for the display and non-genuine part for the battery. So that's all for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Subscribe, like and share the video, and I will see you on my next video. So I contacted the self-service repair. This is the instruction that I got. So after doing this, I should no longer have issues with battery notification and screen notification. Exit. So once the device turn on, I'm gonna check if all the notifications disappeared. They all went away. There is no longer the screen, non-genuine screen notification, and also non-genuine battery notification. So everything is working as it is supposed to, thanks to the Apple self-service repair. So here you have it. If you want everything to look like this, no notification, you need to use the Apple self-repair service, or you will need to do some programming and all those extra steps in order to have your device like normal. So that's all for this device, the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on my next video.